Beautiful hydrangeas. Aren't they lovely? We have a number of plants growing in the Calyx garden. They have improved quite a lot since our last video 9 months ago. And it's only fair that I share what we did to achieve this level of success. So please keep watching. Hi, welcome to the Calyx Services Garden. I am Thelma. Our regular viewers would know that this is not our first hydrangea video. Actually, we've done 2 already, and I'm putting a link to those on the screen so you can easily find them at a later time. Now, in this video, what I'm going to do is just summarize briefly some of the care requirements. Then I'll track the growth of each plant from January through to September. So we get an idea of how they grew in the cooler months, which we refer to as winter, as well as through the heat of the summer months. I'll start with the climatic requirements. Hydrangeas are adapted to cooler climates. Luckily, the variety that we're growing does fairly well at elevations of 1,000 feet or more above sea level in the tropics. For best results, place hydrangeas in a location that gets shade for part of the day. We're located about 2,000 feet above sea level, and our hydrangeas get about 5 hours of direct sunlight daily. In terms of soil condition, hydrangea prefer free-draining soils with lots of organic matter. They grow best in soils that are neutral or slightly acidic. A pH ranging from 5.5 to 7.5 would be best. The pH of our soil is on the alkaline side, and the leaves of our hydrangeas tend to be pale. This is a key sign of iron deficiency, and to correct this, we add 4 drops of the soil conditioner pH down per gallon of our fertilizer solution. We mix it into our fertilizer solution, and we fertilize every 3 to 4 weeks. And now, let us move on to the show and tell part of this video. And what I'm going to be focusing on are the 6 plants that are arranged in a circle around these focal trees, the sago palms. And for ease of, identification and following their progress, I've identified them by numbers, starting with this little one here as number 1, going counterclockwise all the way to the last one there, plant number 6. Now, the 2 plants, let me just explain that not all of them are the same age. This plant is referred to as number 2, and directly across from it is plant number 5, and these are the older plants in the bed. By now, they're about 2 years old. The others were planted earlier this year, so some of them, this plant number 1 is about 5 months old, and the others are between 8 and 9 months old. So let me just take you back in time a bit to January and follow the progress of each plant from earlier on this year. But as I just mentioned, this plant is 5 months old, so we're going to start its progress from May of this year. This first plant had a few sunburn and water spots, but by August, it had responded well to the monthly application of 2020-20 NPK fertilizer. The second plant had a bluish bloom in January, which was quite cute and indicated that the soil was turning a bit acidic. But by May, all the blooms were pink, which means the soil was back to its usual alkaline condition. By August, the blooming season was over and the plant had switched to vegetative mode. The third plant was quite small and malnourished when it was planted in January. It had not recovered by March. We increased fertilizer frequency to every 2 to 3 weeks, which had the desired effect by August. The fourth plant got the same fertilizer treatment as the third, but it did not respond as well, and this is most likely because it is planted quite close to the sago trunk. The fifth plant, remember, it was significantly older than the previous 2 plants. It went into dormant mode between January and March, as did the others, but it came out of that and it bloomed well throughout the May to August blooming period. The sixth plant was under serious nutritional stress in January. It remained dormant and came out of dormancy by about April, and by May it was showing a good color. It remained in vegetative mode through to August. And here they are at the end of September. Plant number 6 has really expanded. It is nice and green, has several 4 prominent branches, and it's growing in an even shape. It is not blooming. We don't expect any bloom now. It is at the end of September. Moving forward to plant number 5. Recall that this one is older, about a year and a half or so, and it bloomed gloriously in May. Lots of new branches, still showing some blooms, but I expect, yeah, there's a little head in here. So we're going to get a few later blooms. What I've done is cut back on the fertilizing because this is the period when they want to rest a bit. So the nice green, the last fertilizer application was 2 weeks ago, and that's going to be the last for the year unless they show me nutrient deficiency symptoms. This guy survived, but what I am really not so happy about, it's just a single stalk. So as soon as it gets a bit more height, I'm going to be cutting this stalk to encourage it to branch. Plant number 3. Now, it has 2 prominent branches. And again, later on, I will have to do a little pruning to encourage it to send out more side branches. And this, the plant that we numbered, number 2, it's the oldest plant on the eastern side of the bed. It gets the morning sun, and there are a few late blooms still present. I like the size of it, but it's a little pale, so I will fertilize it to encourage the side branches to grow larger before the cool temperatures in November sends it into dormancy. And this small plant also needs to be boosted, so I'll be fertilizing it at the same time I do the plant next to it. And we'll see what happens. And I'll give you one last look at our hydrangeas in the front garden. And it also allows me to show our new hydrangeas in pots, which will be featured in another video. There you have it, our 3rd installment in our hydrangea story. We'll continue to track their progress so that we can share with you how they develop as they go from one season to the next. If you like the content, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and for those of you who may not have subscribed as yet, we're asking you to do so because you don't want to miss the updates on the hydrangeas, plus it makes it that much easier for you to go and check out our more than 100 videos on lots of topics about growing plants in tropical environments. Until the next video, I am Thelma saying thanks for watching, take care, and bye-bye.